everyone. So today I'm going to share a very interesting vlog about a magical place where I spent my childhood when I was 3 years old. You people are surprised. How will I remember my 3 years old childhood memories? So my father helped me to revisit my childhood memories. He was posted there, and I'm so thankful to my father that because of him, since my childhood, I was plain lucky to see such beautiful places. So come with me and let's share the stories. The story about Nagaland. Nagaland, the story of Nagaland. So, Nagaland is a landlocked state in northeastern India, and it is bordered by three other states of India: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, and Manipur, and Myanmar also. So, it became the 16th state of India on 1st December 1963, and it is the smallest state of India, and its capital is Kohima. And the Naga people have embraced Christianity, which has become a cohesive bond between the Nagas. So my dear friends, here's my story. It started at the age of 3. So my father got posted in Nagaland in a very small district, which was a very backward area at that time, called Kyunsa. And we started our journey to the unknown land. It was a nature's heaven. Me, without having any inkling where I was proceeding towards, which had become part of my life in the lap of nature, I learned so many lessons, and my love for nature started since childhood from there only. And we started our journey towards Dimapur, which is now also and then also 47 years back I'm talking. 47 years back also and now also is the biggest railway junction of the Nagaland, because the capital Kohima doesn't have any railway connectivity. So you have to go to Dimapur, then you can proceed from Dimapur to other districts in Nagaland. So we reached the Dimapur in 2.5 days, yes, at that time by train. My journey has just started there. So we reached Dimapur, and there we stayed in an army mess, and then after that we proceeded next day towards Kyunsa. So the Dimapur is the main halt station. From there the main road connectivities, railway connectivities are there in Nagaland. So from there is one more place called Mariani, which is connected to Dimapur, which is in Jorhat district of Assam, and it's also a very major railway junction in Assam. It takes 3 hours to reach Mariani from Dimapur, and to reach Tunsang from Dimapur it takes 12 hours. So the distance between Tunsang and Dimapur is 302 kilometers, and it takes 12 hours to reach to Tunsang from Dimapur. So the first stop in between Dimapur and Tunsang is the capital Kohima of Nagaland, which took 3 hours to reach from Dimapur to Kohima. So Kohima is 74 kilometers away from Dimapur, and it took us 3 hours to reach there, as it is a hilly area, so it takes longer time to reach. When we reached Kohima, we planned not to stop there as we had a very long journey to cover. So we moved ahead towards our next major destination called Mokokchung. Mokokchung is again 145 kilometers away from Kohima, and it took us 5 hours to reach from Kohima to Mokokchung. So Mokokchung is a cultural nerve center and also economically and politically very important urban center of northern Nagaland. In fact, it is the third important urban hub after Dimapur and Kohima in Nagaland. Mokokchung is particularly known for its extravagant Christmas and New Year celebrations. Mokokchung's New Year celebrations and Christmas midnight celebrations are a affair to remember, to watch also. And my sister was mostly unaware of her surroundings and mostly sleeping in the jonga. Jonga? So, let me tell you about the jonga. Jonga is a very sturdy jeep, generally used by the army people and used in the hilly areas. And the drivers are so well versed with the driving in that hilly area that they drive like a butter is rolling on a bread, and their jonga moves on the roads like a makhan, like a butter. And the driver drives the jonga like he's driving a toy. And when it's a hilly terrain, so many dead turns used to come, and whenever he used to put his foot on the brakes, my mother's foot used to go with him towards the brake. We used to get so terrified, and my mother also, but we had a gala time. I still remember those days. Many more vlogs are coming: Sikkim, Ladakh, and many more. So let's continue. So we reached Mokokchung, and then we took some break and then proceeded towards Tunsang. It was a very hectic journey. Already we have been driven for almost 8 hours. There was another very important district called Mon. And Mon was a very, very backward area at that time, because there was no road at all to reach to the Mon. And how the people used to reach there was a big task. So Mon district is a home of Konyak Nagas, and it's very interesting to see their tattooed faces. At that time tattoo, and now the tattoo is in, but at that time I used to see their tattooed faces wearing feathers. They are skilled craftsmen and artisans. You see their wood carvings, you see they make very nice machetes, you know that, the dao, the U-turn knife, and they make excellent beads, necklaces, and so many things. So it was a treat to watch. And the Konyak women are expert in bead craft and traditional weaving, and there are so many tribes in Nagaland, and every tribe has its own dress, own color, own designs, own motifs in it. And to differentiate, every village has their own dialect. There are main 16 tribal dialects in Nagaland, and the people, you can recognize that they have their tribe has a head. You can recognize by watching their dresses, they belong to which tribe, they belong to which village, and their dialect also is a one point to understand that from where or which village they belong. Their main language is English and Hindi, and a very vivid memory. I used to see so many Naga people in their traditional dress, almost half naked, and having a decorated spear in their hands, and they were moving on the roads, and that was a everyday sight for me to watch them wearing. And their main color, which we generally as general people know, the white, black, and the red, but they have different colors for different tribes, different motifs on the shawls which they make, different motifs, different colors, but basically main colors which is known to the general people is black, white, and red, which my father also bought it, and we also used that shawl, and this is very warm. The shawl is very warm. I think my parents still have that shawl. So generally they are very peaceful people. They don't mix with outsiders, and education at that time was not so integral part of their lives, because they were mostly leading the tribal lives. Interesting to share, recently I went to New Zealand and I saw the Maoris, and now I recall and just was thinking hard that in Nagaland also the same kind of tribes were there and are still there, like Maoris. So world is small. At that time main farming was concentrated on corn and potatoes, maize and potatoes. And I still have that vivid memory that the Naga people used to throw potatoes from hill, and it used to go to downside of the hill, and they knew where exactly it was so strategically used to fall, or they knew from which place they have to make them fall, so that the potatoes don't go down anywhere else, and they stop at one strategic position and they go and collect it. The motive of throwing the potatoes was to take out the mud from the in Nagaland, generally traditional jhum and shifting cultivation is done because of its topographical terrain. The mixed cropping thing is practiced there, like cereal, pulses, oil seeds, and cash crops are also done, like potatoes and sugarcane, and the coffee plantations, tea, and green cardamom plantations are very in there. So what they eat? Nagas eat anything that moves. They don't spare insects, even the worms, and they relish the meat of wild animals. By the nature, and hunting is their great delight, as well as eating wild animals' meat is also a great delight for them. So, in my script, I have written about the names of umpteen animals which they eat. Rice is their staple food. They eat with the meat, and the meat of mostly pork, beef, chicken, snakes, snail, rats, squirrel, dog, cats, mithuns, buffaloes, deer, spider, birds, crabs, monkeys, bee, larvae, shrimps, red ants, and almost everything is wild, elephants included. No part of an animal is wasted, even blood. Skin and intestines are eaten, and occasionally, however, they let the skin be and use it to make it as shields. They have feasts throughout the year, and no feast is complete without having any meat. They rear pig, dogs, cats, chickens, but they prefer the meat of wild animals. Hunting is something that Naga practice for ages. It's a matter of pride for a hunter if he has the highest number of kills. I can still recall seeing pigs hanging with two legs upwards. Let me recall again. Upper side, the upper whole body used to get hanged by two legs on the upper side, and the two legs were hanging down, the rest of the body is hanging down, and they used to cut it in the stomach, and then they used to cut it in portions. What portion today they will eat, what portion they will do today next, and it was such a common sight in every house. The pig used to hang down just at the entrance of the gate. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. It used to rain very heavily there. 120 inches of rain throughout the year, and the landslide prone area, so much of landslides, and there was a very beautiful stream used to flow just downside the hill where people were staying, and every day I used to go down to watch that stream. It was so fast flowing, I just can't tell you, and the sound of the stream, fast and furious. So my life lessons begin from there only. So I was invited to one officer's child birthday party, me and many other children. We had so much fun, laughter, games, return gifts, lot of cakes, toffees, chocolates, and lot of fun. So that was my first birthday party to my remembrance to attend, and it was real fun. So I started understanding the world. Now, how the world moves and changes was sinking in me. So once I went to Padma auntie's house with my mother. She was one of the officer's wife, and she had a bunch of bananas on a dining table, and me as a 3-year-old small girl asked my mother, "Mama, I want to have one banana." But auntie was very strict. She plainly refused. She says, no, these are for my children. They will come back from school and they will have it. You can't have it. So my mama says, no, I'll take you. No, man, I'll give you there. But I felt so bad. That refusal hurt me so much. See, I was learning, no? It hurts also. Was this Kharkar auntie, whom I loved so much. Once my mother had to go back to Delhi, as her mother had come from abroad, and it was decided that me and my younger sister will be left behind with my father, as it was a very long and tiresome journey. So we had to go and drop my mother to the bus station so that she can catch the train from Dimapur to Delhi. And do you want to hear about the bus station? Let me tell you. It was a deserted road where we waited for 1 hour, and a bus came, a local state transport, a chakra, and we made our mother sit in that bus and sent her to Dimapur. No phones, no mobiles, nothing. Only when she will reach to Delhi, and then only she can call us that I have reached to Delhi. And there was no landlines, not so much landlines also. I'm talking 47 years back. So long time. So Kharkar auntie graciously offered all of us, the three of us, to have breakfast, lunch and dinner at her place till the time my mom comes back. But my father very thankfully said that only let's have the lunch when the children come back from school, and there was a beautiful mess out there, and we can have breakfast and dinner there. So that's how the arrangement was. Kharkar auntie had 2 children, Sayu Didi and Sandeep. Sayu Didi was like a mentor to us, all the children in the unit, and we used to look to Sayu Didi. Any fight, any quarrel between children, Sayu Didi, please help us. And Sandeep was our friend, yes, he was of my age. So there were 2 more children, and I think 3 years है ना, तो ज़्यादा दिमाग पे जोर लगाना पड़ेगा. 2 children of Padma auntie. So we were, all of us were 8 in all. So but we had great fun. We used to, go downslide from the hill and and then used to run back and then go downslide then run back. Maza aa raha hai. And one great discovery I did it. Since Kharkar auntie was Marathi, and I came to know that Marathis eat sweet dal. What a discovery. And what a task to eat that dal. No, I'm not saying that the dal is not good. The dal was very good. But me as Pakka Punjabi has never eaten a sweet dal, and a 3-year-old girl, please, mercy. Beautiful badminton court near the mess, and we all children used to play badminton, and we used to wait for the evenings to go and play in badminton, and then used to see so many earthworms and run after them. Oh, earthworm is going there. And once a snake came out, and so we were so scared. How will I go out? How will we go out? And how will we play? So those were the days, my childhood. What happened? When my mother had gone to meet my nanny, and so what we did, my father decided to make rabdi for us, and we didn't know what rabdi was. And my father started making in open, kept the stove there, and it took good 5 hours to make him that yummy rabdi, I still remember. And the input of my sister is running round and round around my father and asking him, Papa, kab banega? Papa, when can we eat? When it will get made? So my learning to understand and read the nature of the people started from then and there. And it's with me till now. I am a connoisseur in reading people's nature almost at first instance. I am a master in body language. What they say and what they actually mean is my mastery. How I spent my 2.5 years in Nagaland, and then my father got posted to Punch, and Soon I will meet you with the Punch vlog. Thank you, bye. I hope you like it. I hope you like my vlog. Then please like and subscribe it and leave your comments in it. Thank you. Bye. Namaskar.